I want to start with this. I don't like that they don't allow me to capitalize the G in God. So if you see those tags, just know that those are meant to be capitalized. He's told me that since I was a kid. Always capitalize the G in God. So I just want to make this clear. By no means am I an attention seeker. By no means am I ever doing anything pertaining to God to ever try to appeal to other people, because I feel that that's the reason that the Lord even chose me. But I don't know the reason he chose me, but I do know that may be a reason. But I feel that this is necessary, because I feel that if anybody is ever going through this and ever needs confirmation like I need it, this is more than anything. This is priceless. So I never knew why people looked to me for guidance or instruction. So many different times people looked to me for guidance and instruction. One time somebody told me, the devil came to me and tried to get me to sell my soul. What should I do? And I said, pray to the Lord. Pray to the Lord. And this was just this person told me this was the most unexpected answer. They didn't expect this answer from me, because they felt that I would convince them to do the worst. And that to me was just made me really look at myself differently, and really just, that made me want to be more open about who I am to God and who I am when I'm with God, because I felt that should have been more prominent, that should have been more evident, that should have been more obvious, that I would have said what I said. I feel that God knew that's exactly what I would have said. Some people who maybe have deeper conversations with me on a daily basis may have known that's what I would have said. But this person who've known me my whole life did not know that would have been what I obviously would have said. To me, I felt that that's something that the Lord wanted me to know about myself, that you're not being who you should be to everybody all the time. That's what you should be doing. You should be spreading the good news about me. You should be telling people about me and your relationship with me and what I've done for you, and bringing people closer to me on a daily basis, or more often than you do. And ever since that day, I really decided that I would, and I did. I started to do that more, and I think that the Lord gives you a little and sees how you do what you do with a little, and then he grants you a lot. But that's never been the case in my situation, because he's always given me a lot. The Lord has always given me a lot. So when he told me to get up and fulfill the prophecy, I thought it was a joke. I said, you're lying. And I didn't know I was talking to God. I said, you're lying. And little did I know, when I was younger, I had a picture. It was of the Lord. And the Lord was on his knees praying to God. And the picture said, and I got up and I prayed to the Father. It felt like 1,000,000 times to be knocked down 1,000,000 times. But I got up 1,000,000 times more. And by the end of it, all I wanted was a drink of water. It said more, but I can't find the picture. I saved this picture and kept it for years until I deleted it, but it's etched in my skull. I have it in my memory. This is what I did. This is what happened to me. And then as soon as I got up, this happened last year. This picture I saved I saved 5 or 6 years ago. This happened to me last year. When I got up from doing exactly what this picture said, praying and being knocked down 1,000,000 times, only to get up 1,000,000 times more, and only wanting water by the end of it, I heard in my head, the prophecy has been fulfilled. And I said, that was real. That wasn't a lie. And then I remembered the words that were said to me, you're a demon slayer. which I knew my whole life, but I could not explain to people because I didn't feel that they would ever understand me. I didn't feel that they would ever take me seriously. I didn't feel that they would ever truly care. Like I just thought that, to me, there's people who understand, and then there's people who think you're a joke. And it doesn't, and it's not that I care either. It's not, I do want more people to actually relate to. But I understood that if I did or didn't have someone to relate to, it wouldn't have made a difference in who I am. So I might as well just not speak about it. And when I do speak about it, which I have spoke about it a few times, and I've had plenty of people actually confirm it to me, I feel that the Lord tells me who to speak about it to. And he tells me who not to speak about it to. Because there will be people, he's like, you might as well not even say anything to them because they won't understand. And then there's people who it's like, maybe they will. And I'll tell them and they'll be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But it's just only so much they can offer me. So much insight they can offer me. So I just always just keep it with the Lord and look to the Lord for his guidance. Because obviously he's the best person to talk to it about it. I just stay with the Lord about it. But little did I know that I would actually be fighting for my soul, fighting for my life. Things that he's shown me and told me my entire life. Scary things that are on scary movies that are actually happening in real life. He's told me that we are actually enslaved in our minds. And I thought to myself, I get that we're enslaved in our minds because we don't seek you out as like we're supposed to seek you out, because we are drawn to materialistic things, and because we think that appealing to other people or being the most popular, being the most known, or having the most money, or being able to do whatever you want in this world is the things that we should be chasing after in life. Yes, I get that enslaves us, but I didn't realize that we are literally enslaved and living in an illusion, to the point where if you were ever to go beyond what you see in the natural, if you were ever to be able to experience what's going on in the spiritual, if your eyes were open, ears were open, if all of your senses were actually unblocked, you would see that we are literally slaves. Literally. In chains, not able to do what we want to do. Chained to sin. Enslaved to sin. In the Bible it says that you are enslaved to whatever you put your time into. If you put your time into the Lord, if you put your time into God, and if you put your time into the Bible and righteousness and being a better person, then you are a slave to righteousness. But if you put your time into sin, and you put your time into negativity and unrighteousness and just doing people bad and wrong, then you are a slave to that. When I saw, the Lord gave me visions, and I saw what we are slaves to. On a daily basis, it doesn't matter what you do. If it's not glorifying God, you are a slave to it. The Lord says you cannot serve two masters. You have to pick one. Are you going to serve money, or are you going to serve the Lord? And at the end of the day, I understand that I struggle with these things too. So that means that when he showed me in my visions, I was pretty much trying to get out of my slavery. Fighting out of my slavery. The Lord told me, you are a modern day Harriet Tubman. And I said to myself, what? We're not slaves. How can I be a modern day Harriet Tubman? But I knew what he meant. He meant mentally. And he gave me a vision of me saving people. I had multiple visions of eluding dark angels. Running from dark angels with groups of people. Our lives on the line. Only thing you can feel in your heart is don't get caught or you'll die. And I'm the leader of these groups. And right in front of us, it looks like just walk right out and blend in. They look just like us. We don't look any different from anybody else who's there. But the thing about it is, you knew in your heart that if you went out into the open, even though it felt we were out in the open, we were still not visible to them. That's the way the Lord works. I heard this saying, in the Bible it says it's hard for darkness to comprehend light, just like it's hard for light to comprehend darkness, which means that the darkness a lot of times cannot see the light. So that means you're in broad daylight. You're out in the open. You're right in their faces, and they walk right past you. Because the Lord has made you invisible, because the darkness cannot see the light. We had an underground railroad. All last year, all I heard was Underground Railroad, leader of the Underground Railroad. And I didn't know what was going on, what they was talking about. Then I had a vision of me actually leading people through an Underground Railroad. We knocked on the same door. I had this vision multiple times, but with different groups of people. We knocked on this same door, and this person helped us. This person let us in, said, hurry, quick, come in. Every single time I had this vision, the dark angels came to the door. They came exactly to the door. And when they opened the door, they should have seen us. We were right out in the open, and we stood there like we're caught. And they said, oh, they're not here? Oh, okay. And they went about their day, and they went about their business. And I said, every single time I woke up from this vision, I said, how didn't they see us? We stood right in their faces. We could have smacked them, and they wouldn't have even saw or knew it was us who did it. We were invisible to them. Because the darkness cannot comprehend the light. They couldn't see us because the Lord hid us. It sounds so basic, but it's amazing. Because our lives were on the line. And the people I was saving, I said to myself, why are they even there? Why do they even need to be saved? These people, they are normal. They're normal people, but what we don't understand is the smallest sin. It's the smallest sin, and a lot of times they didn't even do anything. They didn't do anything at all. But that's why you have to stay close to the Lord. That's why you need God. And I'm not here to force that down anybody's throat, because if you don't listen, then you'll just see one day. The Lord said, do not repeat yourself. If they don't receive you, kick the dust off your feet and move on to the next. So that's just me being who I'm supposed to be. I have to relate a message to you, but at the same time, if you don't receive it, I'm moving on to the next person who will. I don't have to babysit you until you receive that message. But at the same time, I pray that you will, because that's how much I love you. The Lord loved me enough to show me, so I love you enough to show you. But some people who actually have a relationship with the Lord, or even if you don't have a relationship with the Lord and he's come to you and told you these things, you know that I'm not lying. You know that this is true. You've experienced this too. And others, they are so deeply deceived or so deep in their denial that they won't believe it. But all I know is that the devil does so many different things, and he tries so hard and in so many different ways to use his tactics and his craftiness to distract you, or to make you worry, or to make you fear. And if you don't know what to do, just pray and trust him, meaning no matter what the devil says or what he does to you, know that the Lord got you, and you are in the Lord's hands, and he can't touch you no matter what. So that means that if you're praying right now, if you're trusting God, if you believe in him, just keep doing that. He'll show you what to do. He'll guide you, because he has you hidden. They want to run you out to sin so you can uncover yourself. Do not be deceived.